the Valley Current.
Oh, he's got Healthy Living? He's the guy that got Healthy Living?
Yeah, he runs that.
Okay.
And a video thing, too.
Nice.
And he said, I'll publish it for you. And I said, Jim, would you? And he said, absolutely. And he
That's
just charged me a cost.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was so lucky.
But this book, the conception of this book,
That's all me.
Healthy Freezer?
Fabulous food from the freezer.
Okay,
Well,
Fabulous
that's
Food.
his title. I had something like food from the freezer or something.
Okay, Fabulous
100
Food from the
tips.
freezer.
Yeah.
It's
100 hot tips. Yeah.
100 hot tips?
Yeah, from the freezer, yeah.
So, this is actually a big subject because many people who do personal training, part of what they say they have to do is teach people how to cook for themselves. Like, a way to lose weight is not only to lift weights and run and do all the stuff you do for exercise.
You can't exercise
Wally taught forever.
Then you don't eat fast food and you eat...
You have to buy yourself Tupperware. A lot of people don't remember Tupperware parties.
The whole point there, the whole thing on what to use.
Right.
Because a lot of my ideas have changed.
Right.
So I see things that are a little outdated there and stuff, but what the hell?
But would you use Tupperware or would you use glassware? Because, we were going to bring you the most excellent halibut soup, and we didn't have a Tupperware to put it in.
It was glass and
This was freshly caught halibut. Freshly caught, like right off the dock, like right off the ship, right off the boat.
I don't even like fish, but I probably.
Oh man, you would have loved it because it had
I
it had this unbelievable buttery flavor to it because you used sour cream, no butter in it, sour
Just
cream.
a little bit of sour cream.
Oh, you would have loved it. And the problem is we didn't have Tupperware. And you know what's weird? To do the actual cooking of this soup, because it was a big fish, we bought the whole fish. We needed this ginormous lobster pot. We find it at a hardware store. It had so much dust on it, like it was there for like 20 years, and it had the 20-year-old price on it because it probably would have been like $150. But 20 years ago, it was only $75. It's probably doubled in price. That's my guess.
Yeah.
If you have to buy that pot.
Yeah.
And you have this whole pot of soup. So we bring the soup to Anne-Marie because she's got the new baby and we're like trying to help her with bringing food and stuff.
Right.
And she's like, no, I've got no room in my freezer to keep the... Her fridge was too full. And we're like, that pot, if we had like 6 Bell jars, at least 6 1 quart, there's at least 6 quarts left of soup.
Right.
Yeah, well,
And I only thought later, maybe the smart thing to do would have been to move the fish into like a separate container and then take all the liquid and pour it into like a water bottle, because you can empty like a water bottle, and then remix them together when we bring them over. And then we could have left them for you and Ken. And you'd have been like, I made this beautiful halibut soup. And he'd be like, halibut soup? I haven't had that in decades.
Ever.
It was fresh. No, it was really amazing. Lee made an amazing soup.
It was easy to make.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
But you would collect recipes up over the years that you were working at Stanford and otherwise, and you were really presiding as like the queen of Stanford, right?
Well, yeah, but I already was cooking at Storm. I cooked for Don. We didn't have a chef.
John Kennedy, president of Stanford, while you were at Stanford or before Stanford? While he was teaching first? Because wasn't he teaching first before he became president?
We came here
They were married before he became...
Right. You moved. You guys moved. You moved together.
We went to Syracuse, New York first. Mm-hmm. And we came here in 1960.
Okay.
And he was faculty member for ages and ages.
In the biology department, right?
And then worked his way up to full professor.
Right.
And then he went to be the FDA commissioner in Washington.
Okay.
And when he came back,
under Johnson? Under who? Who was that?
Califano was HEW.
Oh, okay.
So that was that sweet man. Sweet man is a lousy president.
Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter. You're right. Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
That's right. Califano.
Sweet guy.
That's right.
Even nicer. Anyway.
Peanut farmer. He lived to 100.
On the list.
He lived to 100.
FDA commissioner, a lot of power, low on the scale.
Yeah.
Jeanne, why didn't you title it Fabulous? What's the title? Fabulous Food?
Food from the freezer.
Fabulous food that will enable you to live a healthy 100 years.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that's a catchy title. That should be the next version.
It's not especially
What?
catchy.
Especially catchy.
Well,
I like Jim's title. I forget what I had.
you like that? Fabulous.
Fabulous food from the freezer.
Yeah, he did
So-
that himself.
so-
Okay, I have 2 suggestions for a project. Can I? Yeah.
I wanted to find out how long it took her
Okay.
to do the book. How long did it take you to do the book?
What?
How long did it take you to write the book?
Well,
Just
I've
came
done
out.
it steadily,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I just kept collecting recipes online.
Okay.
And so I'd written some of the things, the introduction, and some of what you needed. By the way, the best thing to buy now, I think, for freezers is a plastic that doesn't have BPA in it. Plastic black with a clear top. And so they're
Black
easy
plastic?
to stack.
Black
But I have
plastic?
huge amounts of glass ones, which I adore, but you can't buy them anymore.
Right.
You can't buy the Bell's jars that are glass.
We
That,
buy
Yeah,
bell
yeah.
jars, yes. But when you buy bell jars, be sure to get straight sides rather than the ones that go in. And so the shoulders go out over the tops in there and the shoulders go out. Don't buy those. Buy the straight ones because then
The
you
square
I
ones?
have to answer
No,
this.
there's
I'm
some straight
sorry.
round ones.
Okay.
The round ones,
The ones
they're-
that are round?
They're straight sided
Okay.
instead of going in at the top.
Right.
Because going in at the top means you have to defrost much more to get it out.
Ah,
And if it's
okay.
like straight sided, you just defrost.
So do
the
you
edges.
have some of these jars in your freezer? Some of the
Yeah,
jars
sure.
you're
Sure.
talking about, they're in your freezer?
Yeah, sure.
And stuff is frozen there?
You want to look?
No, I will, but I'm just kind of curious. Like, you've been freezing. No, wait. You've been freezing food for a while.
Yeah.
And-
I'm one of the first people to start using the freezer.
Where you rather cook, overcook.
Yeah, overcook.
Overcook, put more,
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, this is what personal trainers say half their time is explaining to their clients no fast food, no, 7-Eleven run for something, no McDonald's, no Burger King.
I'm a firm believer in food that you make yourself.
Make the food yourself, right?
But I use heavy cream, I use butter, I use cheese, I use all kinds of things.
Right.
And I mean, chocolate and all that.
Right.
Because I love them. But I'm doing fine weight-wise.
No, you're perfect.
Yeah.
And you've lived into your 90s, so obviously the food hasn't killed you.
Good cook, Jack. I'm a good cook.
No,
Well, I
you're a
love
good
my
cook,
food,
but
too.
you learned it because you were a classical 1950s housewife,
Until I
right?
went back to work.
Right.
And which everybody was like, oh my God, you can't do that. My mother said I ruined Don's career.
You would ruin Don's career. You made Don's career. You were like the queen of Stanford.
Well, that came later.
Seriously?
That came later. I went back to work before all of that.
Were you surprised that Don made it to president?
No.
You weren't surprised. He was ambitious. He was a pretty ambitious guy, right?
He was certainly ambitious, but not ambitious.
Okay.
Because he was so smart and he had incredible charisma, very personable. Now, I know all his faults too, believe me.
Of course.
And he had them.
He did, and they're public.
And
some of them are. Most of them are.
Some are. But I remember saying to him when we were engaged, I pitched my wagon to a star. I knew he was
You
a
knew
star.
it. Wow, you
I
knew
knew
it.
it. And he was.
You met him in college, or where'd you meet him?
Yeah, no, I met him just before I went to college.
You went to
Just after I
Did
came
you go
back
to
from boarding
Wellesley?
school.
Where'd you go to college?
Smith.
Smith. Okay.
I had to go to Wellsmere last year because I was married, and I needed one close to Harvard because where he was.
Right.
Radcliffe wouldn't take us.
So you transferred from Smith to Wellesley.
I got my degree from Smith. I just went as a guest to Wellesley
Oh, okay.
last
Interesting.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a summer associate who just graduated from Wellesley, and she just got some honor. What was the honor that she got?
She was a Fulbright scholar and all sorts of stuff.
Really, you like her.
Smart.
Really smart woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart, really
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
She's thinking about going to law school. I'm telling her to take a couple of years off.
So he could work. She could be a
Find
slave
any
labor.
mistakes in
It's
the-
not slave labor.
No, because
She'd learn a
I
lot.
thought I proofed everything, but you can also
No, but okay. So here are my ideas. Number one,
About the book?
about the book.
Oh, you got to put it
could-
online so you can search it.
Here are my
Your
ideas.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
You could have a little story about different dishes and who was there to eat them.
Oh, like the
what you
Queen,
served to
the Queen of England.
or-
Yeah, that always scores.
Cheers foods, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, you could lie, Jeanne.
well,
No, just it's called
when
poetic
the salad that we
license.
served the Queen, that was from Julia Child, and I made it all the time. It wasn't an original recipe,
Right.
But I made it all the time. So
We made it.
That's called a poetic license. Wait, you went to a lot of fancy dinners at Stanford because he was president for like 8 or 12 years, wasn't he?
So many dinners.
How many years was he president for?
Well, he was president for 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years.
And I was there for 7 of them.
Nice. Wow.
Idea number 2. Jack had the same idea,
What's the first
but I'll
idea?
just
What's
start.
the first idea?
The first idea was to in your next recipe book to put
Version
stories
2.
of yeah.
I do put stories in this.
Oh,
book.
okay, I haven't read it,
I do.
of course.
Now, they're not always there because sometimes there's no story. Really.
That's right.
But but when I didn't put that I was married to the president of Stanford.
Why not?
Well, I should have actually because I don't like to brag.
Wow, Jeanne, come on,
I
you're
didn't
selling a
put
book.
But I noticed a lot of presidents' wives write cookbooks.
Of course.
And that probably would have been a selling point, but I didn't put it. And I mean, I just didn't want
I
to
think
boast.
it's fine for you to be who you are.
I know.
Oh, and you could tell some stories about things that happened that like involve caviar on the caviar page.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like you could take different stories.
I can't remember if I have a story for caviar.
But you probably do have stories for a lot
Here,
of these
look and see
places.
that.
Well,
Okay,
a lot
so
of them
the-
I do.
One of these
You know,
books.
just comments and how I did this cake for George's, what became George's almond cake, almond chocolate cake.
That's good.
So I wrote those things down.
Okay, here's the next idea. The next idea is to move away from all of the cooking and to write vignettes about your time as
Stanford president.
the first lady of Stanford.
Co-pilot.
And then the next vignette could be, like you could go through when he left you and was with the heinous woman, and then you could go you could make it kind of dishy.
You want to have a little X-rated.
And you're a little X-rated anyway, Jeanne.
Whoa,
So
Jeanne.
you could go through and kind of give everybody a lot of hope
Well, listen.
about turning 90.
Well, that part I haven't done, but I have done Tales of the Hospital, a lot of tales of what went on in my hospital.
Oh, okay.
And I've done renovating Hoover House.
Okay.
And 'cause
I
Hoover-
remember you showed us that.
So, restoring Hoover House, and I've done entertaining at Hoover House, and I've done the Queen's visit to Hoover House.
Right.
And which is, the details of that are fantastic, what you went through and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've written one about being a wasp. And what
Right, yeah.
the rise of wasps' power, and then their loss of power,
But you could write kind of like you could change your name and write it in a dishy kind of a way that you might not want to own because your daughters might think ill of you.
Well, this is a good idea. Keep a jar in the freezer.
I'll tell you, nobody else knows it, but since you brought it up, I'll tell you, it's not a secret. But I'm writing something that has something about different things that happened with each of the men in my life.
Okay, there you go. That's exactly where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from.
Some of the things.
Is that a lot of
I
men,
didn't say
Jeanne?
who they were, but the kids are going to read something rather interesting.
Yeah, dishy. Yeah.
Wait,
It's
Jeanne,
definitely, it's very accurate, and it's things that I remember, and they're wonderful things, but they're sexual.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
that's
they're gonna be
exactly the.
surprised.
I think you should change your name and put it in the public media, or not change your name. Heck, you're old enough.
This is short vignettes like this, several lines of that.
Yeah.
that'll be the next version, or that'll be a new book that's
It's
kind
not.
of your
It's
memoir?
not a cookbook.
So your
Not a
memoir-
cookbook.
not a
No, that's a
cookbook.
private
This
thing.
is
I
like
wrote.
private-
this is
it's a
like
memoir. It's a
it's like
memoir.
call me Madam Jeanne Kennedy.
Really? It's like 50
Call
Shades
me
of
Madam
Grey?
Jeanne. Yeah, it's 50
Palo
Shades
Alto?
of Jeanne.
You've been in this house.
Believe me,
Jeanne,
I've never done it for money.
Jeanne, you've been in this house for like 50 years, right? This house?
Since since 1963,
Right, so over 50 years.
time.
60 years, 62 years.
something like that. Yeah.
Wow,
I love
Yeah.
this house.
that's amazing.
And I'm not going to leave it unless I have to.
No, you
I told the
shouldn't.
kids, if I have to, you can put me wherever. That's
No,
the line
just
goes.
get- just
but
get-
mostly I want to
just
stay
get-
here. Well, the money might not hold on.
No,
Jack. You know what
Jeanne.
it costs to,
Jeanne, just get a reverse mortgage or something.
Exactly.
It doesn't
I have
matter.
one, dear.
You do, you have one? Okay,
I did it the last time I was
That's
sick for
smart.
so long.
That's smart.
Well, my financial advisor said to do that, so I did.
Oh, okay.
So I have it, and I still have. It's got some money, which goes up a lot of interest all the time.
Yeah,
Do you know that there are lawyers, Jeanne? I'm not making this up, and it doesn't matter that your house might be worth like 15 million and whatever. Whatever
it's
the
worth
number
more
is.
than that, Jeanne.
Well, it's about 5.4.
Jeanne, when you want to sell it, tell us. We'll buy it from you at market price. This house has got so much history. But serious question. There are lawyers that, for people like you, do special estate planning so you can get assisted living covered by federal Medicaid dollars.
No, don't do that, Jeanne.
You can do that.
Don't worry, I never do things like that.
You might not do it, but I'm telling you, there is a big part of
She
America.
wants to go to a place that has like good food.
No, you go
I'm
to places.
not going anywhere that doesn't have good food.
Well, you know what? Guess this: Medicaid
With her
provides
own
assisted
room.
living in your house.
So does Medicare.
Yeah, Medicare does up to a certain level.
Yes, that's right.
I know, but some levels
you
get
have to do a lot of things.
Oh, this is
Some
good.
levels.
Zucchini bisque. Nice.
This
or
isn't.
biscuit
She's not
squash.
going to leave until she's not really mentally there, and
It's
even
only
if she's.
if I'm not mentally
Jeanne,
ill.
would it be a plus to meet a man that would take care of you? Serious question.
No,
Would it be a plus?
No, I don't want a man to
No,
take
let's
care
say
of me.
there was a guy and he was like, Wally and fit and younger and all that jazz. And he said, I'm going to
Ken.
take care of you. That's Ken? Is that Ken? Because
Yeah,
it sounds like
he
you're
doesn't
taking
want to
care of
take
him.
me. No, he
No.
has less money than I do.
No, but it's not
I'm
about
pretty
the money. It's about the care. It's about like being there, right?
Well,
it's
I
about
have a
all the
feeling
things
he
that
would
happen.
because
Would he
I've
do
taken
it?
such care of him.
Nice.
He keeps saying to me,
That's
you're
beautiful.
so wonderful to take this care
That's
of him.
beautiful.
He came back and said you could take. She said, I'm coming back tonight, which really surprised me. I thought I'd stay home.
I know he loves you
Jeanne,
now.
you
Jeanne.
have the German oven pancake.
It was so
The
good.
German oven got moved out of the house.
They moved
Of course they
the
did.
That should have gone to you.
No. Oh,
That
God,
German
no.
oven
That
should have
thing
gone-
You could my hands,
Really?
my 3 cans could hardly open.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Yeah.
You didn't like that German?
And it was a lousy.
Was it bad?
lousy
It looked so
things.
great.
You had to figure out how hot to put things.
Yeah,
Wally
you
didn't
had to
cook
kinda
very
like
much.
He didn't cook
Well, at all.
anything.
Yeah, he didn't cook at
Those
all.
pots and pans
Yeah.
were in the most awful shape. I had to get all new pots and pans.
He had a view that you could eat 5 pounds of lard and still burn the calories.
Yes, he
and
did.
it didn't
True.
matter.
It's not true.
But that was his view.
Good food
He had
is
that
good
view.
food.
I remember. I would
My-
look in his fridge
my
and say,
thing
"This
is
is not
calories.
a doctor that wants to live to 100."
Right.
It was like buns from hot
Oh,
dogs.
it's horrible stuff. Yeah, he ate awful. All he did was eat TV dinners.
He didn't believe in nutrition. That's weird. Maybe
No,
he
he
would have
didn't.
lived to 110.
But he proved that he didn't need to have nutrition to lose weight,
Yeah, boy, it's interesting.
just calories. So that's what I do. I count calories, and I can eat everything I
Oh,
want.
you're counting calories? How many
Well,
meals a day?
if I get over 115, I count
How,
calories.
how many meals a day do you
Three,
take?
I need
3
three.
meals
Do
a
you
day.
weigh every day?
Huh?
Do you weigh every day?
No, only if I'm starting to get it.
Wow, you got a whole chapter
You know,
on
when you're
desserts here.
starting, yeah, when you're close.
I
to
was
the-
about 10 pounds heavier with Wally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I lost a lot with
You look
that.
really thin
I
now.
thought you looked like you might have lost
You look
some
really
weight.
thin.
Yeah, from that.
Black bean soup.
Well,
That sounds good.
Yeah, black beans.
Wow.
I don't remember.
Now I'm gonna have to learn to cook like you.
Seriously, look at the desserts. Wow, you got a lot of desserts here.
To me, they're easy. So see what you think.
I like that you
tell
have-
me what you find out about it. I'd like to know because it's so few people telling me.
Oh, if they do the recipes, okay, I'll try
You
some of
guys
your
like
recipes.
soup, that zucchini bisque?
Yeah, I
You should
would like
open a
that.
restaurant, Jeanne.
This is the thing. What you do is the simplest way you make it is with water. It tastes better with chicken broth, but
Yeah.
but okay, either way. And if all you did was do water and zucchini and seasonings, you put it in a blender and it would be a delicious bisque. Now it's much better if you use chicken soup and if you stir some cream or put sour cream on top
Yeah.
or yogurt on top. It's much better. But I think I say all that in there. And I have a wonderful stew recipe.
I'm gonna try
It
it.
takes forever in a day, but you can have it forever. You just put it in the freezer.
Really?
You cut it
Wow, put a
in
little
half.
sugar and vodka into the water base
Tulips.
for
Oh, yeah.
tulips.
Julia
Wow,
wanted me
who
to
knew
write.
that?
Julia wanted me to write. What is it? Old wives' tales.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Or why they were. Yeah, and when you cut an onion, you put two
Matchsticks.
in
My
your mouth.
mother did that.
Yes, and you run water next to you while you do it
Really? Why?
because it takes the onion stuff off. I mean, the cold water running next to it keeps the air moving.
Oh, okay.
And
this is
then you
great.
can take your onion and stick it under to take off the stuff coming off it right away.
sometimes isn't
I wear
it
my
funny how
glasses,
every
too.
once in a while the onions really get to your eyes, and
Yeah.
it's like it's not every time, but sometimes it's just like wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I wear glasses too, but
Really?
but
That
try
helps?
it with the tips and the water.
But I remember my mother used to do that with the
It's
match
funny. I
strips,
don't
yeah.
never heard of anyone else that knew
Yeah.
it. Yeah, but I got a whole bunch of those things because Julia said, "Mom, I want you to put your tips in there," because I told her how to do something.
Yeah, you
She
went-
said, "You're just telling me now how to do."
Yeah.
It's a whole thing about how to eat a lobster in there too, without crackers.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, the lobster thing's good. Have you been to a lobster dinner with Ken yet? He needs to take you.
No. I know he doesn't have much money, and it's nerve-wracking because the restaurants around here are so expensive.
They are.
And so he always says, "I can take you out for dinner." I said, "If you really want to take me out for dinner, let me know ahead of time. Otherwise, I'll let you know if I want to." So he loved the Peninsula Creamery.
Right.
And that's not cheap, but it's nerve-wracking when somebody you're worried about. With Wally, I didn't know how much he had, and he spent like a
Oh,
on
Wally was a
sailor.
multi-millionaire, man.
No,
he was
he wasn't.
very wealthy.
No, he
Yes, he
wasn't.
was.
No, he wasn't.
Really?
But
No, I
Jean's
handled his finances,
Really?
you silly.
Oh, come on, Jeanne. The
I
house
knew
was worth $10
that
million.
Jack has always idealized how much.
I'm always
My
idealized
dear, he didn't know how to handle money at
at all. Well, that was because of his son-in-law. He lost a bunch of
Yes,
money.
I know he lost
Yeah,
a
you
bunch
know
of
that.
money. When I took over his finances, he had, I think, 1.1 million.
Wow. Oh, in his pension account.
In
You
his,
mean
he didn't have a
everything?
pension. He
He
didn't have a
didn't?
pension. He
Ouch.
just account. It's just account. As far as I can remember, he didn't. But at the
But
time,
he had the
I went-
house, yeah.
But he had the house, yeah. But they got the house for very little.
Yeah.
Well, they were there for like 60 plus years,
Oh,
right?
the house was falling down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
When we were there, the
It
roof
was sad.
was like caving in the
You're
back.
telling me there were rats and mice running all over that house because they ate their way through the roof.
Yeah.
Right.
And Dana wouldn't she talked about how to fixing the roof. I said he had to fix the roof. Well, it's true he didn't live longer, but it was sheer hell because wherever
Oh, did you get the
were-
roof fixed?
No.
You didn't get the roof fixed?
Dana,
No, the roof was awful.
It was
When I was
horrible.
there the other day, it was
Yeah,
like
well, they have a tarp
listen, the
over it.
rats
no,
ran through
it was the rest of the roof. The roof over the kitchen area.
It was horrible.
It was like sunken in. It was terrible.
It was a terrible roof, and the rats rat holes in it, and it was the worst thing ever.
So he's going to
And I
knock it down.
suffered so.
He's going to
Yeah,
knock it down.
He
that
has to.
definitely.
That's
It's
too
a shame
bad. You know,
because it was a lovely
there's a
house.
really nice fireplace. It's
That's
too-
the only part that's.
How do you salvage
But
that?
actually, the tile in the master bathroom, I walked through. The door was open. I walked through, and the tile in the master. I was surprised. I'd never been in the back of the house like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pool is empty and totally green.
Ugh.
The water that's at the bottom, like they have. I guess it must have
horrible.
leaked. I'm
And
guessing,
the
right?
parquet floor is all popped up. It looks like something.
It kinda looks like a
It looks
fire
like there
hazard
might
right
have been
now.
a little bit of an earthquake or something up there because
the water makes the stuff pop up.
well the
And also it was loose.
the patio like out on the porch where July 4th dinner there was
Yeah, it's
cracks
broken.
in the
It's
concrete
broken.
out there.
Yeah, probably.
Did you used to cook at his house?
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Did you used
She
to
didn't
freeze
like
things
his-
too?
What?
Would you freeze leftovers?
Not at his house.
Not at his house.
I took everything. I brought everything up and I cooked for him, and I left him afterwards to
Okay.
eat.
Yeah.
But if there was more that needed to be frozen,
Right.
I took it to my house.
Wow.
His freezer wasn't working that
Wow.
well.
Yeah.
It was okay
Wow.
for his ice cream and stuff, but
Wow.
but the rats and the mice just got to me. You had to cover every bit of food. You had to have it so they couldn't nudge it aside.
Oh, really?
They got into the pantries. I was so miserable. It was terrible.
Dealing with it when he was so sick or
Well,
even
it was before that.
Yeah,
It was before that. And Dana was just adamant, no roof fixing. And
God.
I was going to get a roof fixed and a bunch of other stuff fixed because I'm used to keeping things
Right.
up.
Oh, your house
If
is
you
very well
don't keep
maintained.
things
Yeah.
up-
Yeah, if
Very
you
well
don't keep
maintained.
things up, you
Yeah.
can't get them to
Now,
come back
this
easily.
house is from '39, but the walls are so.
It's solid.
You can't hear-
Everything is still straight.
someone's
Look
in the
how
kitchen.
straight.
I can't hear someone come down the stairs if my door is closed and my bedroom's there.
Right.
I can't even come down the stairs and go in the kitchen and turn on the TV and do
This is
anything.
where you lived with Don, right?
Absolutely.
Like this was
Yeah, we
was
bought
this?
it in '63.
But didn't they try to move you to the campus? Isn't there a
we
president's
did,
house?
but I rented the house.
Oh, okay. I see.
I
So
say
you,
because I was the business manager.
okay, so you basically moved to the president's house on the
First to the
campus.
provost house, which was the the Franklin Wright house.
And then this
the
house was
President's.
rented for a while.
For a long while,
Wow.
they wrecked it. So when they came, before
With
I
your
could move
furniture
in-
and everything, they rented it with all your
No,
stuff.
I
You
didn't.
moved all your stuff.
Yeah, well, that's because when we went to Washington, the kids wanted us to move all the stuff. When Donna went to be FDA commission, the kids wanted us to move all the stuff, and so we did. And I realized the value of having your stuff around you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made it much easier for them. Some things we had to put in boxes or something, but we were
So this stuff all went to D.C. and then came back here. Wow.
Well, no, because a lot of the stuff I got when he was president, because Margaret was my friend, and so I was able to get things at her prices because she was paid a salary for Hoover House. So she'd mind it all if I got something for myself.
Who's Margaret?
A friend of mine, Margaret Dilk, she's dead, along with everybody else.
Who worked at Stanford?
No, she worked as a secretary in plastic surgery, but I knew that she was an interior designer,
Okay.
and she was
I'm with you.
wonderful at it.
Wow.
So I changed her job, and I actually got the university to hire her half-time.
Really, that's
Nice.
right.
Half-time,
Nice.
That's
half-time
right.
for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I paid her for my half-time, and she worked at the university half-time.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
it was nice.
It's
It was
a
lovely.
beautiful place. Seriously. And you're right, like
I'm glad you
on the
like it,
corner
Jack.
where it's shady.
Yeah.
Like you have the shady trees.
Yeah,
Perfect.
get more noise, but
Wow,
I
what a
noticed
garden.
No,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's great.
goodness.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, I'm glad
So we
to
leave
know
her alone
another 10
because she
years
has
you
a
think I still
bachelor friend
want it.
She has
coming
a
over.
bachelor friend
Wow,
coming.
Jeanne, you're so lucky.
Have to get all primped up.
Well,
I am all primped
Yeah, I
up.
know. I can see
did
that
it
back
for
there.
I did it for you guys.
fabulous food.
Does she walk
From
around
the
like that all the
freezer.
time? And now I know there's a man coming over.
And a man and a woman that I care about.
Insights, tips, and recipes. That's really sweet. Wow, nice picture.
There's
Healthy
another one.
living.
There's another one of the one of me at the back, and it's the one I put in. I put it in color, but it's in black and white. Yeah, that one.
That's a good shot.
Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see.
That's a good shot. There you go. Wow. So Ken must be duly
And I wore
impressed.
that blouse to meet.
Ken must be really
I like that
impressed.
picture.
Yeah,
Does Ken drink coffee?
no, he doesn't drink
He
coffee.
doesn't drink
or
coffee.
tea or
But you drink coffee, right?
Yeah, I drink tea.
You don't drink? Do you ever use this Coffee Mate stuff?
Not I.
Not never, right? Okay.
I don't drink coffee.
Nice.
Well, if I go out for lunch, I'll have a cappuccino. But I used to be a big coffee drinker, but then I had gastric problems, and
okay.
I had to give it up for tea. And then I really love tea, so I stuck with tea.
I like cappuccino too.
Boy.
I love cappuccino too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
good. I don't that latte stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jack.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to say goodbye, guys.
I know we
It's
miss
good
you,
to see
Jeanne.
you.
I miss you too.
You're a bright light.
You are.
Boulevard Lane misses you.
Yeah.
Seriously,
All of our
Boulevard
Mrs.
Lane misses you.
Misses all of us.
Yeah, Boulevard Lane seemed very
Boulevard
different.
Lane,
It's
yeah.
very quiet. It's like it's
geez.
almost like a spooky ghost town up there. And there's another house for sale. 138 Boulevard's for sale.
it's-
Get this. What is it? Like 12 million?
When I went up to do
What
the
is it?
ashes, I was so sad. You know.
Yeah.
I missed him so much. I still have that big picture in the kitchen of him and me that you gave us.
Oh, nice.
When I was
Let's go
just
look.
on the phone, I walked through and I saw a couple of little.
I'm gonna go look at her freezer just to see how she freezes food in the right jars. Oh, seriously, I want to see that.
Tune in next time on The Valley Current.